Ain't y'all tired? Ain't y'all tired? Alright, man. Let's talk.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Bright here, the R&B Kid, and I'm here with another video for y'all, a very important video for y'all. Man, let's just get it out the way. First things first, how are you guys doing? I want to send my love and light and good vibes to you. I know this is a very hard time right now for everybody in the world. This is a very weird time. We're in the freaking twilight zone. But before we talk about anything, I just want to send my love and light to you all, and I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves, okay? From me to you. Emmett Till, Rodney King, Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Philando Castile, Sandra Bland, Oscar Grant, Tamir Rice, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, whose funeral is actually happening right now in the back of me on CNN. Those are just a few of the names among a list of countless black beautiful lives who have been taken at the hands of police brutality or at the hands of systemic racism in some other form or fashion, in my lifetime and in other lifetimes before mine. So as you guys can tell, this is not my usual type of vibe for my videos, but I'm definitely reading the room. And I had a whole bunch of other videos planned for you guys in this week and next week related to music and other stuff, but all that is not important right now. And I definitely wanted to make sure I got this video out to you guys and checked in with you guys because of what's going on in our world right now. This is a very tumultuous time, and I wanted to highlight a lot of the evil that I'm seeing really peruse through our communities that's bringing a lot of us down, and I wanted to share my thoughts on everything that's going on in the world with you guys. Alright, y'all, so just telling you how I feel right now with everything going on. I feel very drained. I feel like I'm just constantly getting drained from having like this system overload of information from everything related to the pandemic, seeing everything going on out here in these streets, everything on social media, everything I see on the news. I feel like I'm just constantly in the state of getting an overload of information and just feeling really drained from all the negative energy out here in the world. And I know I'm not alone in feeling like some of that negative energy has really transferred to my own body. I feel like I feel it in my back, in my shoulders. I feel like I just feel tired all the time, and I know I'm not alone because I know I've talked to a lot of my friends who are telling me, like, they're having trouble sleeping, their body's hurting too, they can feel everything from the world just like I am. They're anxious, they're stressed, they don't really know where to focus their energy. I know this is a very trying and intense time for all of us, and I connect with all of you guys in the struggle and all of us in the movement who are tired, who are drained, who don't really know where to go. I stand with you all, and I empathize with everybody who's hurting right now and who's just confused and lost and angry right now. I completely get it, and I empathize with you all, and I connect with you all with everything that's going on in the world. And while I feel drained too, I don't want you guys to give up hope, and I don't want you guys to give up on taking care of yourselves, because at the end of the day, while I feel drained, I still tell people, I still got to find a way to stay up. And I still got to find a way to, maintain my energy and keep my sanity for the sake of my life. You know what I'm saying? I can't continue to let all the negative forces in the world tamper me down in the way they're trying to. They're always going to be there, and I'm always going to be thinking about how the world is, as a young black man, I'm always going to be thinking about how the world is looking at me as a target. But I can't continue to let that affect the way I want my light to shine, and affect the way I want to live my life, and affect the way I want to have good, happy days. So this is a hard time for me. I know this is a hard time for all y'all, and I'm drained too, but I want you guys to stay up, and I want you guys to do whatever you can that makes you happy. Whatever gives you peace and sanity in this lifetime, continue to do it. Whether you're in quarantine, whether you're out in the streets, or whatever's going on in your life, if to the best of your ability, if you can do it, whatever brings you happiness and peace and sanity and joy, even in the darkest of times, please go towards that right now. I beg of y'all, please. It's funny, man, because I think unless you're really black, a lot of people really just don't realize what it really feels like to really grow up as a black person, have to wake up every day as a black person, and not just waking up and reveling in your black skin and how beautiful it is, but reveling in the fear that other people see when they look at you, reveling in the jealousy or the stereotypes that a lot of people instill on you and instill upon you and your entire race of people because of the color of your skin when you wake up every day. There's no reason why as a black man I should have to wake up every day and I can't just go out for a stroll, I can't go out for a run, I can't go to the grocery store, I can't go to the movie theaters without having to worry about somebody who's related to law enforcement or somebody else trying to mess with me. There's no reason why our black women should have to go into hospitals and wonder if they can get the same care that their white counterparts are getting at the drop of a dime, and wonder whether or not that's being compromised because of their black skin. A lot of people, unless you are black, you just don't realize what it really feels like to wake up every day and not really live life the way you want to live life, but living life just to survive and living life just to get by. You know what I'm saying? Not to thrive, just to survive. That's how a lot of people are programmed if you come out the womb black. And unless you are black, you won't realize that. You can't connect to that. And that disparity is what has allowed for so much systemic racism to take place in this country and around the world. We have cops out here who are supposed to protect us, and they're not supposed to look at us and say, oh, that's a black man, that's a black woman, let me go even harder, let me be on guard with them. No, cops are supposed to serve and protect all of us, no matter our gender, our race, our age, our sexuality, whatever about us. Like, whatever we identify with and whoever we identify as, a cop should look at you and say, until I have evidence that you are a criminal, until I have evidence that you've done something that warrants me, using my position as a police officer to arrest you or whatever, until you've been given evidence of that, cops are supposed to look at every person in society as an innocent civilian who needs to be treated with dignity and respect and safety and love and encouragement until you are given a reason otherwise. And it is so sad that in 2020, I still have to get up on this camera and talk about how we are tired of seeing people, white officers especially, who are openly racist, use their power to get away with murdering innocent black men and women around this country and around this world. It's sad that I started to be talking about this in 2020. We've been through generations, years of story after story of an innocent black man or woman going about their day, going about their lives, having an unfortunate encounter with a person of law enforcement, ending up with their life being taken away from them unnecessarily. It's not happened once, it's not happened twice, it's not happened 3 times, it's happened countless amounts of times. And we are tired at this point. We are done as a people. We are done. And we are angry, and I get it, because we are done. We are finished with it. The social contract that we've had, burn it all. Burn it all. Let it go up in flames. And I think the timing of this impending race war is so crazy, because we've had so many protests and confrontations and discussions about racism in this country for generations. But right now in 2020, we're on the verge of a whole new decade where we're more advanced as a society more than ever in terms of technology and our way to connect with each other and so on and so forth. We are more advanced than we ever have been as a society. And on top of that, we're also in the middle of a freaking pandemic. And as a public health professional, that's to me what's most upsetting about this whole thing. Is while I'm here for this revolution, it's sad because I'm worried about the amount of the amount of cases of the pandemic that will increase because of all these gatherings and because of all of this, the rioting and the looting and the protesting, which I'm here for. But I also have that in the back of my mind as well. And it's messed up because no one should be having to risk their health to fight for justice and to fight for what's right. But right now, we're having people choose between their health and fighting for justice. And we shouldn't be in that position as people in 2020. We are 60 years removed from the height of the first civil rights movement, and we are still here fighting 6 years later just for the right to prove that we are human, just for the right to life as a human being, as black people. Ain't that some shit? As you all know, guys, all the stuff that's been happening recently was incited because of George Floyd's unfortunate murder last week by Officer Derek Chauvin. And I just wanted to say, first of all, quick rest in peace and rest in power to that king, and my condolences to his family. Like I said before, his funeral is going on right now behind me on CNN. I'm definitely going to check it out once I get off this camera. But I just wanted to say, for anybody who didn't know yet, very good news came in this week. The officer who was involved with having his knee on George Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, Derek Chauvin, or Chauvin, whatever his name is, he got upgraded, thankfully, from a 3rd-degree murder charge to a 2nd-degree murder charge. And the other officers who were involved in this incident, Tao Thao, Thomas Lane, and Alexander Keung, they were all upgraded from being not charged at all to aiding and abetting in a 2nd-degree murder charge, which was so good to hear. So this is a great start but we still have such a long road ahead of us. There's so many families out there who need justice. There's so many people who, maybe because they didn't have bigger profiles or bigger news stories or bigger rallies around them, and their unfortunate murders at the hands of police brutality, there's so many families who still need justice out there. There's so many families who have not been able to receive justice in the way they deserve to, because they just haven't been highlighted by the media in the ways that some of these big names that we know have been. But that doesn't mean that they don't deserve justice for their lost loved ones who were taken away at the hands of racist and bigoted cops. So we need justice for all those families, and continue to do your part by praying for these families out here who are still waiting for justice for their family members who were slain by all these racist, backwards, bigoted cops out here. Continue to pray for them. A big criticism of the movement right now in the revolution is that it's so harsh, it's so extreme, and a lot of people are making decisions that they regret, and that a lot of people are not really being organized in the right way. But people have to realize is that we've been through this for generations. As Black people, we've been through this time and time again, and we are tired, and we really have had enough at this point. And I really can sympathize with the anger that's being felt throughout my entire community, because we have an entire system in this country that needs to be burned down to the ground and rebuilt. There's so many people that have not been able to get to where they need to go because either they've been murdered or they've been held back by systemic racism that was of no fault of their own. We have a system in this country that needs to be burned down and rebuilt, and we are tired. And at the end of the day, if this uprising is what we need to get our point across, then so be it. People have to understand, we are tired. We've done the peaceful thing. As Black people, we're hella nice. We've done the peaceful thing for generations. We've tried. Martin Luther King led a whole revolution where we tried to do a peaceful protest, and he was assassinated. We've done this time and time again. If an uprising is what we need, then so be it. We are tired and we are angry, and we have to start seeing results. And you are seeing a live reaction to generational trauma that we see no way out of right now. We are done and we are tired. As someone who's obsessed with music, and as someone who has a channel that's all about music, I also want to tie in the music industry as well. Blackout Tuesday, that was a great movement. I also had an Instagram post where I shared my Blackout Tuesday movement as well. And shout out to those two Black queens who started the movement. I don't know, I forgot what their names are. I forgot what label they're at. But two Black queens are the ones who started that Blackout Tuesday movement. I thought that was a great movement to get the message out there about what we're fighting for. But at the end of the day, I want to hold the music industry to the fire right now, because just like Khalees said, I also posted on my Instagram too. Khalees really brought about the fact that there's so many conversations that need to happen right now based around the years of Black artists who are shafted by contracts, who had their art and creativity stolen, either monetarily or in terms of ideas. Black artists have been shafted for years. Prince went through so much shit. Little Richard, pretty much created rock and roll to never really get the credit for it. We've seen TLC, Tony Braxton. We've seen years and years and generations of artists who have come through the music industry with so much talent, so much creativity, so much to bring to the table, only to get shafted and have our work and our art stolen and reappropriated back in our own faces. So I want the music industry to do its part right now by shelling out its own money and shelling out its own resources and shelling out its own people to really do something to get the message out there and to fight along with us and to do the right thing by really coming up with some new type of creative way to really pay back and give back respect to all those artists who you guys did dirty for generations. We need that from the music industry. All the big wigs, all the big labels out there, it's time for y'all to step up, because y'all have been showing y'all racist asses towards us for years. So instead of these stupid PC statements y'all are getting out there on social media, we don't need all that. The Blackout Tuesday movement was a great start, but for all the real big wigs at these labels out here, I need for y'all to be the ones to step up right now, get these conversations started, and do the right thing internally, and start reconfiguring your whole systems, reconfigure contracts, reconfigure positioning, reconfigure the diversity in these boardrooms. We need it all. We need the whole system burned down and rebuilt, like I said. And the music industry is just one example of an industry that we can start trying to do something about. Point blank, period. In terms of my thoughts on all the looting and the rioting, I'm here for it. The only thing that I'm very disappointed by, I've not seen much of it, but if there has been any violence or looting or rioting against any Black-owned establishments. At the end of the day, I know we all want to see the whole world burn down, and I get it. But for me, I'm proud of, and I'm here for, and I support any looting or any rioting of any white-owned establishments, white-owned companies. I don't care about Target. I don't care about all these fancy rich stores in these white neighborhoods. Go into these downtown, go into your downtown cities and rampage and do what you gotta do. I'm here for it. I'm not a very violent person, but if this is what we need to get our point across, like I said, so be it. But what I cannot stand for, and if you disagree with me, let me know why in the comments. As a black person, if you disagree with me, let me know. But as a black person, the one thing I do not want to see right now is us, messing up our own establishments. If you have any white-owned establishments in your black neighborhood, go for it. Do what you gotta do. For any establishments that you know are black owned and black operated, from the small ones to the big ones, I don't want to see all this looting and rioting. At the end of the day, we all should have insurance, but that is, to me, we're not really progressing, and we're regressing if we're destroying our own establishments. I want to see the white establishments burn down. Let's fuck up these white people's money, but let's not mess up our own house and not give ourselves our own place of refuge when we need things. That's what I really don't like to see with what's happening right now. And I don't think I'm seeing much of it, but if it's happening, I don't want to see that. To me, that's such a negative way for us to be using our energy and our resources. I don't want to see black people going into pharmacies that might be black owned or whatever, and y'all taking, I don't want to see all that. I want to see y'all go to these white institutions that have been showing us their racism for years. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. But for our black establishments, our black owned places, I don't want to see that. That's just my feeling. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what y'all think about it. And I think we also must consider and think about how much the effect of, like I said, this pandemic and also just the burgeoning recession is having on this moment right now. People are tired. They don't have nothing to do. They're not working. They're unemployed. They're restless. This is what it's come to. We could have avoided a lot of this a long time ago. But we've done so many things that have allowed for a lot of this to continue for so long. So it's our fault. But now we must figure it all out together. And speaking of figuring out together, Mr. Donald Trump, I can't deal with this foolish goat anymore. This foolish goat is really still here, the president of our country. Doesn't know how to lead nobody, doesn't know how to talk to nobody, doesn't know how to be tactful, doesn't know how to be empathetic, doesn't know how to be smart, doesn't know how to gather people, doesn't know how to lead people, doesn't know how to do anything besides run his mouth and get photo ops whenever he can. Upside down Bible in front of a church. Talk about when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Look at you, leader of the free world, militarizing against your own people, in the wake of us saying all we want to do is fight for our humanity. And look at the things you're saying to us. Sad. Foolish goats. Sad. Listen, man, when it comes November, y'all better get to voting. And listen, when it comes to the primaries, midterm, the general election later this year, we need to get to voting. And let's not forget about all the power we have on our local and city and state levels to really get a lot of this activism work done. Really appointing the right people into our offices, signing the right petitions to get people out and to get certain things passed into office. We really need to start looking at how we can do our own part on our smaller levels to get a lot of this work done. We can't look at the presidency, we can't look at all the people at the top to help us figure it out. We gotta start at the bottom, because we are the blood of this country. We are the root of this country. We are the breathing heart of this country. So it starts with all of us at the bottom. But I do want to say thank you to all our white allies. I appreciate any white person in my life, all my white friends who have reached out to me and said kind words and shown empathy and shown their solidarity. I appreciate them. I thank you to all the white allies out there who agree that and who are standing with us and agree that the systemic racism and the generational racism in this country needs to be dismantled, and the white supremacy that's running rampant throughout this country needs to be dismantled. I thank you, and I'm so thankful for all the white allies out there who are standing with us and who are standing and speaking up and out against their own people who want to continue to drag us and bring us down. And what we need to see and hear more from is those good cops out there who we love and appreciate, who are part of our families and who are doing the right thing and who go about their jobs and do it the right way every day. For those good cops out there, white and non-white, we need to hear and from y'all more. We need more of y'all to speak up and really put your voices out there and speak up and out against your own peers who are doing the wrong things and who are murdering innocent black lives out here that matter. We need more of y'all to speak up against your own. As someone who's a part of a fraternity, shout out my A5A. I understand solidarity, but we need the good cops out there. We need the white cops who do the right thing. We need y'all to speak up and out against all this injustice against our own people. We need y'all more than ever right now. Y'all don't understand how much we need y'all. So thinking about actionable items and solutions for our country, there are so many that I'm not even gonna sit up in here and act like I have all the answers and present a bunch of things to y'all. But the one thing I did hear about recently that I love was the incoming Eric Garner law, which is a law that his daughter is trying to get passed right now, that would make it illegal for any officer to use the force of chokeholds on any innocent civilians when there's a confrontation. And while that's something that's very small and may seem very obvious, it actually hasn't been passed into law yet in any state. And I love that his daughter is coming up with this initiative, because to me it's an example of something that we can actually implement at a at a legal, legislative level that can work to really disparage against racism in this country. We have so many things that we need to do. We have so many things that we need to implement in all departments in our country, in all types of institutions and industries. But something like that to me is an example of a policy that we need to see more of throughout all of the industries and departments that and facets of our society that really make us who we are. We need more policies like this across the board. But yeah, man, Black people, I love y'all. Y'all are so beautiful. We are so talented. We are so amazing. We are a special people. There is nobody like us. There will never be anybody like us. We need to continue to be celebrated and not massacred for our greatness and by those who can't handle our greatness. We need to continue to be celebrated, uplifted, and loved and respected and given dignity for our greatness, for our excellence. And we don't need to walk around being threatened, and we don't need to walk around feeling worrisome of our own internal greatness because of those who can't handle it. We don't deserve to live like that. Black people, I love you, I uplift you, and I see you. We are beautiful and we are amazing. Never forget that. Never forget that. So yeah, man, we do need an organized change in this society, guys. But for right now, we have to fight for it, and we will continue to fight for it. Best believe that. But in the meantime, guys, continue to fight, but don't forget that we will see a better day. I know it might be hard for a lot of y'all to believe that or see that, but we will see a better day. We will see a better day. A better day is on the horizon. We just have to get through this fight. Get through this fight. Get through this moment, this historic moment that we will never forget about, that will be an imprint on all of us for the rest of our lives. Let's never forget it, but let's continue to fight, do the right thing, stand by your friends, educate people, bring people up, and have empathy for people, listen to people, celebrate people. And when I say people, I really mean Black people right now, especially more than ever, because Black lives do matter, as they always have and as they always will. But yeah, man, we're gonna see a better day. Just believe that. We will see a better day. But in the meantime, guys, I just want to make this video to check in with you guys, but I want to please stress, and I can't urge enough, that I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Please continue to take care of yourselves. Give yourself love. Do what you can do to stay educated and aware about what's going on, but don't feed too much into negative energy. Be tactful about the way you're living your life right now. Be tactful about the way you are thinking about things. Maintain your energy, maintain your peace. I know that's a corny statement by a lot of people, but I really mean that. I know right now it's hard for a lot of people to find the balance between maintaining your energy and wanting to stay aware of what's going on, but we have to continue to fight for both. You can always stay aware of what's going on, but do what you can do to maintain your sanity, maintain your happiness, maintain your peace, and take care of yourself, okay? I want you guys to take care of yourselves and do what you can do to surround yourself with love and positivity, okay? Even in the face of all the evil and all the darkness that's going on right now, okay? Please. All right, y'all, and in celebration of Black Music Month, one of my favorite times of the year, I love June because we can celebrate the importance and the legacy of Black music. Actually, as you'll see in the description below, I have a playlist that is Mayfield that I've been working on for the past few days. It's called We Are Tired. I want you guys to go check out this playlist. It's by all Black artists. I'm so proud of this playlist. I've been working on it for the past few days, like I said, and this is a collection of songs that I put together for you guys. I feel like a lot of these songs really represent the movement right now. And I feel like a lot of these songs are really a soundtrack for the times we're living in. So go enjoy them. A bunch of different genres, many different time periods, but they're all important songs to me, and they're all beautiful, bold, great songs that I want y'all to go really, dig into. And I hope these songs really educate you, inspire you, motivate you, and give you some peace and some solace and hope during these dark times. So please go check out the playlist. It's down below in the description. I have links on Spotify and Apple Music, so go check it out and go catch a vibe. All right, y'all, that was the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Black people, I love you. I love you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. We are the best. Never forget it. If you guys haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And like I always say, guys, live your best life. Drink more water. Stay woke, especially right now. And if you're mad or sad, go listen to your favorite song, okay, to make you feel better. Or go listen to one of the songs on my We Are Tired playlist. Go do that right now, okay? Alright, y'all, but this has been your boy Bright, the R&B Kid. Thank you for watching. But for now, I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all. Peace.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, 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 no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, no, no. Relax just a little bit, you don't gotta worry, you can just